I walk inside. Hey. Manager, na weekend be this safe. You are free to go home. Now you are this. You are free to go home. This this code where they catch you, don't worry. We'll give you free off. Eh. Eh. How she go suspect? She don't already trust you now. Faithful husband. Then just send her half. Okay, let me remove it. And then send her one. Yes. I want snap and separate. I want to start life. You go Lagos. Go. Now 2 times in case one no clear, but I want send her separate. I should not send again. Okay. In do transfer. Now transfer. Okay, try that. Yes. Rice and stew, one with beef, one with chicken. Yes. Yes. Mama say na 26 total. Na wetin she tell me. Hi.
why is dating so difficult? Let's start with the dating coach. A relationship coach. Yeah. A lot has changed apparently, right? Yeah, a lot has changed in the last 10 years. And we all know that it's because of social media. Everybody's approaching the business in panic mode. What upsets me the most is seeing two great people walk right past each other and not recognize each other because everybody is deciding to move. All the guys are approaching the opposite sex sides. All these girls don't hard. All these girls be, that kind of thing. All the ladies are approaching the guys like, oh, he just wants to waste your time. So life is a game of focus, what you focus on is what expands. So everybody goes into it projecting the worst onto the other person. And there's nobody you meet that will not have small brain touch. Yeah. There's nobody you meet that, she will not give, if you want her to be feminine, she has to give all that vibe of wanting what feminine ladies want. They say it's very important to find somebody whose demons play well with your demons.
Hi.
Then before the guy builds one thing, he's already assumed the worst, I think that's the starting point. Let me finish it out first before we. So picking up what he has said about social media, is the illusion of choice. I mean, on Instagram, there's like 20 bodies. Come on. I only have like days, So yeah, like guys, like this scrolling. I feel like that could have done it right. And you don't think you have to know your fingertips. So I think that's just a big part away from me. A lot of Nigerian men complain. I've heard them complain. I have friends who complain that today's single woman is too materialistic. The biggest thing that I keep hearing is many of these girls. Let's say, for example, you said social media. They're starting to girls DM you look nice, so let's go out sometime. The next thing the girl is saying to you, send me money for my hair, my dress, my makeup, and also,
Hello.
just okay, you're tired. No, but start from the beginning first. Okay, so
Thank you.
yeah, he's kind of, he seems okay, decent looking, he seems like a
Thank you.
and he's like, he wants to get to know you better.
This shoe where you wear, you know go for.
Take you out for dinner or just hang out. What's your next?
Thank you, try.
So I'm not dating people you just like to. But if I see this is heading somewhere serious or like a relationship, I start to ask how far like are you able to handle shit around here? I'm very, very what is serious? What is serious? Seriously is you're clearly interested and you want this to be a relationship. I'm interested, I want this to be a relationship. So like what can you do around here? Because I can handle shit on my own. So like what are you going to do this? Read your thoughts. What's the thing go? Okay, this is one thing I want to also play. Like, human beings, we have to put up with the times we have won. Right?
Hello.
So, like, people in the 50s or 60s where they did not do what maybe people in the Gen Z era are doing. It's because of the times they were born in. People in the Gen Z era, like you said, the illusion of choice and making choice, right? It's not because if they put these people in Gen Z, the kids now, in 1950, they'll be like those people did. So it's not, so they know me, Gen Z people. I'm talking about the time when you. The female gender, both genders have issues, but I'm starting with female gender and we'll get to what the boys also do. I've never seen in history, I don't think we've seen a gameless generation like this generation of women. Zero game. Gameless. Zero game. Like, the one attraction belongs to the female gender. If I say that person is attractive, if you look and you see a guy, you look at me funny, like, but you expect that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, the attraction part of the equation is the woman, is the girls. But there's so much sex thing now out there, there's no sex appeal. If you look at the millennial generation, right? If you look at music videos, Cisco, DMX, or G1 from Nigeria, you see the girls.
Nigeria.
Girls are trying to bad. They're like, good girls are trying to sneak out to the club. But my birthday, body was seriously, open everything. So, so unappealing. Men are not interested in those things. And this is why we have Gen Z girls. Wait. They're not. No, they're not. What I want is not what I want to keep. What I want to play with is not what I want to take home. If you don't believe, I will come and we'll give you the time. But we're not taking you home. All those girls are going to be, they are the most, they are the saddest. They are depressed and they don't have, they're not debatable. If it was about, if it was Yash and breast that used to keep men, that's BBL girls would be hooked up already. They'll be married already. Girls of this generation want to keep. I think the problem is that for me thinking they actually want to keep. I'm trying to really keep. Against nature. You work against your human nature. And just like you said, the illusion of options. You work against your human nature so much, you don't get to your mid 30s and life starts to hit you. Like I said, for instance, when you were younger,
Thank you.
different things to work with. You know, so when I don't blame them being this generation.
Now that finish. Thank you, Mar.
Gender. Advise the young ones because people will feel they are picking or they are older women also. But these young girls are heading in the same direction. When nature will start to call on them, nature will do what it wants to do. So also I think that you don't want to get, you want to be careful. Okay, so here's my question. So when you said nature, please explain what you mean by nature. Do you mean by monogamous relationships? Or is that what you mean? Because a lot of women, a lot of people, men and women now argue and say that monogamy is not natural. No, natural. Wait, hold on. Natural what?
Sure.
But it is what we all want at the end of the day. You all want that one person, that special person. You all want to have one person that we get. Maybe it's just like young men just prioritizing looks and everything. Then a guy at 25 is prioritizing looks and everything. Then at me at 40s, he now starts to prioritize peace. Not be by bad you, not by in your 20s, you want to take a girl after all your friends are doing things big. Why are you doing all peace? Like,
Try. What are you saying?
this girl just makes me happy. You know, nature has different things it gives us at different times of life. It's not like you come in companionship. I still want the person to look good. Like, I want you to look good and look everything. No, I guess it's that something. No, Jared use that as an example of what people practice at times in their life. You said that what makes you think that everybody in period one of the kids, like you said, women in your 20s, you prioritize fitness, music, no, fun, music, and food. Because you're 21, fun, music, and food. Well, yeah, it's actually
Thank you, Shy.
you start expanding. I'm not shaming anybody. It's just you never want everything in your life.
More. I said yes. Didn't you hear me?
This might be the longest I've been quiet in my own. It's like a
Hi, guys.
being kept, nature, hormones. It's also like, where do we? Okay. Give away time. So many of them like, give away speed.
Hi.
So finally, we are small. So I'm waiting down for 1,400 to 6 of my real fan. If you have this kind of love, I never.
Ah, God. Ah.
Girls are so materialistic. No, I don't even think material. I'll say that, but it's a move back to one guy, like I said, these young chicks are gamers. You want a guy is high value. Say you want a high value man. I want a man that has his own money. I want a man that does this. So, what is the reason? So, you say you want it, right? But the question is, are you what that type of man wants? No guy, if a guy is not there, then his options are black. He can have girls from 18 to whatever age he is. Which is like 50. If a guy is 50 and a guy is 18, okay. You can marry to them. Exactly, and is you not what is just thinking of your jobs and money on to that one. You cannot stay in the bit I'm talking about the type of men that yes, you know, 90s like keep this guy. What kind of woman do you think he wants? That's what a girl that should have on social media. That's what a girl that guys are addicted to your attention. I should have a body on social media. It's not a pink, there's a certain courage that women have lost. There's a certain charisma that is being that is figured and it's coming down with artificial things. I mean, If you pick 1,000 girls that are trying to give lifestyle wise, you're not going to see more of them posting, pictures that enjoy stuff like that. So baby, can you don't you get it? That's the we want to play again. Okay, this is why I say because I think you think that all want commitment, want marriage, want all you gotta do is say yes. All you gotta do is say yes. If they want to do change now, but not do it wrong, they will take rats, they will test something on them, they will do animal trials, then animals will respond, they will take that and start doing human trials. If it doesn't work for the animals, they will not take it to humans. Which means, in a way, we are
Oh, okay.
nature that is hardwired. We now we are not like animals that we are not autopilot, we have our brain to deviate.
What?
The sexual revolution of the 70s have been trying to come into the masculine era and Kenya to play like men. Speak up now, feel free, speak your mind. Go ahead. Don't censor yourself. Speak, talk. In case it's not the radio,
You're back.
it's if you
Welcome.
for instance, a man has had 50 body counts, that's 50 and he's at a point in life where he's doing well, he's calm now. It's not that's when the job goes in, part of the reason why you won't get a good girl. You get any girl, I want good girl, so you know. When the girl comes out and says, put out the count of 50, it will work against her. Women don't have a problem with that. So I say for the guy, that's like a high number or low number. For me, I don't even think it's that high for a girl. But for a girl, 5 is like getting too high. Oh, for God's sake, anything you were taking in a guy. That's nonsense we're getting. And this is where boys just. What do you mean 5? 5 is good. 5 is good. Why? What is this doing sleeping with 5 guys? Excuse me. Now listen. Let me give you for a man. Let me give you. Why is it good? Woman, you don't want like that for a man. This is. You can't call a man. This is. It cannot work. And let me say this. Let me ask you a question. No, let's be real. So let's violent. Let's be violent. No, it's not allowed to be violent. So let's give an example. Let me explain. I've said that is a lie. What's that? Wait. Guys, do you agree? The guy from studio, do you agree with what he said? That 5 is too much for a lady. He said, anything you critique in a girl and you don't do so in a guy is sexism. That's my own way. Sorry. It's not, no, please. Wait. Maybe let's see who's not going to get their salary this month. Don't threaten anybody.
No.
Do you feel like 5 is 5 for a girl? I'm just joking, just be. It's very high. Because now that's because of the deal. Because it's almost like you're saying men are way more sexual. No, just explain. Okay, you go to a church now, and then you see a guy, he's 30 years, and you hear about friends, he was smoking, drinking, he was always sleeping with women, money one time, he blasted all the money, and but now you now see the guy comes to church, well dressed, he's talking to the elders, he's helping with church things. Not like maybe he's in church, but he's still the one that was very unique at this point. You have all the ladies in that church who want him. No. 91% who want him. Why would they want him? Because what? He's a man who's been around, and he knows his way. He knows what's up. I know what's up. But let's flip this now. A woman is 30.
No. Why are you chasing my subscribers? Please don't chase them away. Thank you. Namaste.
So if he's still showing off like I sleep around, that's not attractive. I'm not sure I went any girl to work girl. I just said the guy you heard it's just about his past now. But now you can see that guy is well behaved, he has calmed down. You understand? You can tell that guy some guys will take it, but most guys will not. So the guy, she wants I was using one I got it, she wants a guy that's sensible and engine. And the guy who is who has a mission, who has a purpose, who is emotionally intelligent, who has learned how to be a man, and who is ready to hold the woman down, like provide, protect, and build a family. Yeah, I understand that. He has a mission for
Okay.
his mission purpose. Yeah, that's just really what it is. I can. Every woman is a woman who has she's decent. She's for society in the workplace. So I can make it, I can make money, I can help the company, or I can share the business, I can do business well. So in the dating world, your business and your income is your problem. That's not what's attractive. That's what any man that's attracted to man wants. She need money, she wants to earn money. Boy, that's the thing. You guys are meeting that boy. That's the ego. I thought I value man now. The thing is going to be attracted to that because she gets all the benefits. The other things you look at cycles. If she gets the
Hi. Hi, Ayo. Let me send you a hi.
the girl child is born a princess. She is her father's princess, right? When she is her father's princess, right? And Mama is bringing her up and hoping that he will get a real father. But he will think you act nonsense and the father will get there. The fathers have been nonsense in the last 5 years. But a real father now, he wants to, take care of her and make sure that he guy that is high value. Come and take her. A sensible man will come and take her and take care of her, right? No man wants to give your daughter out to you. You never know. Exactly. So she's born a princess. And then one day she will become somebody's queen and everything. Doesn't mean she doesn't have her own life. She's doing her own thing and everything, right? And what the boy child is born a slave. About the fact that even if he won't get it or not, Caesar's son was just here for sleeping around drinking. And when Caesar wanted to hand over the throne, he gave it to Maximus because he could not give his son. Because he was a prince, he hadn't proven himself. himself that is worthy. That is worthy. So if boy is born a slave, then work himself will become a knight. Forgetting his face. Space is just tied to the masculine, the male gender.
I'm good.
So he proves that when you come on warrior, because that's okay. You are worthy of being king. The man can't even be
Yeah.
king.
Namdi, since how many years? Since last year. Wow, welcome back. Oh. Yes, we are cool, Sham. We are cool, okay?
That's a big question. I don't want to say. Oh, it's not a question. I'll define it. I'll just define myself. So why are you still single? No, no, Nigeria. No. Why are you still single? Why are you not married?
I've been good. Sham or Sham. I will only ask if you watch my vlogs and I see your comments. I will accept. I've been good though. Happy New Year.
Absolutely. 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 Because why are you not married? That's a personal no. That is a. No, it's not because. I don't know what to take. I don't know how you want to take this. My relationship that ended, we didn't break up because somebody was doing something bad. So we have reasons why. No,
And who is that?
that's why I don't think. So we didn't break up like, oh, you did me bad. We have reasons why we had to let it go. And I decided I wasn't going to move on to so I had to wait for her because it's
Yes, sure. You've not forgotten.
it's not genotype, but it's a
Don't worry, when I see your comments, I will know.
I don't think we even follow that.
Okay? It's not by saying okay. When I see your comments, I will
So I
know.
was going to be stealing it. I just decided I wasn't going to, so I just chilled. And I just told him, I was like, I would leave that sacrifice. So that's that. Option was more. Find another man. Oh my God, that's the Lulu thing. The illusion of talking about. Let me ask you this. Let me see how you're going to answer this. So what are the biggest red flags that you think your gender needs to look out for or are not looking at enough when it comes to dating in Nigeria? Yeah. A man just needs to look out for a woman who is not distracted by what is out there. She's different. She has a mind of her own. Now, mind you, not all guys have to be bothered about the girls' past because times will define a lot of things. Not all guys, many guys are bothered about, but they will not tell you. But not all guys need to be. They're supposed to be streets, but so not everybody has to be bothered about it. So the red flag, when I say different, what? When you get about it, she has to be decent now. No guy wants it. A lot of guys complain I have a girlfriend, and then one man is sending her money, another man is sending her money. And it bothers him. Yes, and it bothers any man because he wants to be the king of his kingdom. Okay, one second. Do you see an issue with that? I don't. It's collecting money from different people.
So what did you have for lunch?
Casually dating. So it depends on how you go about it. If you're in a serious relationship with another guy, do you think it's okay to get money?
What did I have for lunch? I had swallow and soup. Yeah. Thank you. I'm not talking about this live, sure. I'm talking about like my vlogs, not short videos, like vlogs that I put out, long form vlogs. Those ones that when you watch them, it increases watch time hours for monetization. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Check the message here, this one. Yeah. 70%. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Yes, I can hear you. A simple chair. Let me check and get back to you. Let me check. I'll get back to you. I'll call you back, sir. Okay. Let me confirm if we can remove chair. The man is asking if you can get extra chair that you put at the balcony. Hello. Now, married women keep lap out. Eh? These women, they say they don't marry, now they are lap there outside. So maybe I can lie your wife. I'm just asking. You know they will get me 20 naira as anti-gift. This black one. As I dey come work, I will do everything for transport. I'm broke like this. To Fiakwa, I'm not broke in Jesus' name. And then make I watch Peter Obi interview. I don't know what people are saying. Oh God. Na. No, it's still there. Namaste. Eh? You never return card. I been one stay here today. Let me check this card.
Nigeria, Africa, and of course of the world, you are welcome yet again to another incredible jaw-dropping episode of the Clarity Zone podcast. This is probably the only podcast on the internet where we really think, we speak, and we do it so that we can heal and well gain clarity from matters that concern you, concern me, that concern each and every single one of us in this world. My name is BB Ray, your favorite ray of sunshine, and as usual, I am not doing it alone. Joining me is that international local, so let's say locally international, brings and beauty to match passion into heroes. Isn't that lovely, baby? If we don't land again, if we don't land, waiting for happen. But of course, this is the Clarity Zone podcast, and we're here to have a wonderful time. Today will be the one. You get why? You get why? Look at it. That's also joining us is the man that you love to hate, or should I say, hate to love. Whether you love him, whether you hate him, one thing that is undeniable is his journalistic prowess.
Yeah. Yes, I get crush online. Aww.
Today's not just a regular show, okay? This is understanding our leaders with the one and only Peter Obi. We're sitting down with a man whose name has become synonymous with movement. He is a true leader, whose calm conviction and passionate insights and peak first philosophy have honestly reshaped Nigeria. I think that all of us as Nigerians think, speak, and think about governance and also accountability most importantly. From his time as governor in Anambra State to his unforgettable presidential run back in 2023, Peter Obi has undeniably inspired millions, and he is joining us today. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
We appreciate you mostly because I think we know how your show is very great, especially days like this. Anyway, we have to have this conversation. I mean, Bibi has tons of questions that she has like 150 questions that she's sitting that she was asking. One thing that stands that is before I forget, one thing that is very, very important for me that I think we should kick off with is the youth and youth engagement in politics. I mean, a lot of things happen in the country. Over 1.40 million people are poor. You have strike going on that nobody's talking about. You have the doctors working strike. You have that happening. You have wars being ranked as one of the places where the life expectancy is too low. A lot of things going on. We are talking about the Nigerians whose iPhone 17 is original. We are talking about a TikTok challenge. We are talking about Morena water. I'm not saying you have money is beautiful. Why do you think that?
Yes.
Yes. Is here. Then tomorrow, don't complain. The country is not
Peter voice dey like this.
The majority of the population, when you have wrong measure of success, when we live in a society where rascality, bad behavior, all sorts of things are measure of success. We live in a country where people think that being wealthy, being rich is like having money. You have money, it doesn't matter how you make it, it doesn't matter the process to which you acquire it. As long as you have it, and possibly can share it, you're rich. You can even buy anything. Buy it to anyone. So we are seeing what we are not supposed to celebrate. The least in us have become a role model. The worst in us have become a role model. So nobody cares about it. So you need to change that. You need to bring back values that drive the society. You need to bring competence, all this integrity, these are things that make a society wealthy. And you need to pursue the right things. That's the only way you're going to change it. You can't just turn around millions of poverty to something without first changing the mindset and start investing in which is health, education, and pulling people out of work. And this has to be done in organized manner. And you can only do so by having a competent leader who understands this is the way to go. We have the capacity to drive it, have the character, commitment, and compassion that this must happen. If you don't, you're wasting everybody's time.
You said we'll have a competent leader that will drive it for us to have that.
You have to have it has to be complete, not just competence. You have to have the capacity. You have to have the compassion. You have to have the commitment and the character. These things are not just something, okay, you might know that this thing is right, but you don't have the capacity to do it.
To execute it.
To execute it. Just very simple.
So none of the leaders that we have now can.
Well, I can't say none. The leader, there are not many of them who maybe if you go to school.
Yes.
When we have 90%, have an A. If you have 70%, you have an A.
You have an A as well.
Sure. Which means, in our philosophy, he said that when something is over 75%, you can generalize that committee for as a generalization. Because even that number is there, you need the greater number thinking and behaving the other. But most importantly, you need a leader that can drive that process and believe it.
Yes.
It is a critical thing. People have always asked me, can one person change it? I said, well, I'm not saying that it is not difficult. But as a governor in Anambra State, the people that supported me returning schools to the missionaries that founded and owned the school were not up to 10% of the people who were supposed to support me. We took it in ESCO. I failed. I formed the committee. They said you can't do it. because these are schools that were taken over in 1970. And I was governor after the year 2000. So clearly, from 1970 to 2000, how long did it go? So talking about over 30.
Yes, over 30 years, yes.
At that time, I taught school was about 40 years. So people said, no, it's taking too long. You cannot pretend until they told me, I don't think it's possible. The teacher said, no, you cannot. If you go into my history of my governance, you will see that teachers were on strike for a long time.
And that was why.
Doctors were on strike for a long time. Because the elite said, if you do it, nobody will go to school and live here.
Wow.
And of course, I've been having a lot of issues with people. And I said, listen, one morning, I got up and said, I'm returning to schools. Went to to the House of Assembly. The speaker was not there. The two speakers did not participate. Most of them, I got just 10 of them to believe in what I'm doing. And we changed the language for schools. And that changed everything we're doing in education. We had the same issue with doctors. We thought I was supporting missionary hospitals and the college. Because we didn't have one single school of nursing or midwifery. When I became unfortunate, we didn't have school of health technology. And I remember that the number one school of midwifery that produced the first midwife in Nigeria was in Iyewu, owned by Church of Nigeria. And I decided I'm going to sustain it. And they said it belonged to the church, it's not public. So, I mean, if you do it, and I will show you that Peter worked with missionary schools and everything. And today, it's a different ballgame.
It's a different ballgame today, obviously. And I mean, while you're talking, I was listening, and earlier before we started, we were talking about youth. And one thing that I know about you is that you've so much surrounded almost everybody that works with you are youth. They're young people. I know a few of them that work with you. And then you have, personally, I know that you have this passion for youth. And you mentioned something earlier when we were talking, that if American politicians are going for debates, they do it most time in university. But our own university here, nah.
It is the youth that will seize the moment. They need to seize the moment. The reason why I'm concerned about the youth is that they are the engine of growth.
Lily's catering has a lot on her plate. The AI agents takes enough of it.
Contract's done, Chef.
So she can outdo it with its progress. We've hit refresh. Castle Light is back. New sleek look. Distinct
They are the engine of growth. They are their productive age. That is even the danger we're going to face. Because these young ones, if their productive age does not produce anything, when they get old, without anything to fall back on, that's when the crisis starts.
Giving opportunity that as it was previously.
Well, I'm not trying to draw this. They need to actually look at the priorities. The priorities are you to stay. If I'm a set of people, I'm a set of people. So on their own. prioritize what I call some behavior of those who don't want them to succeed. Youth change society everywhere. Yes, sir, because there are views that people of my age, the destruction that are doing will take his revenge on you. I've said it yesterday, at least. Do any of Nigerian youths know about
Yeah, that's coming.
Nigerian girls?
Say that man said before.
At least
Send me that room number. Oh.
Not specified. 121.
Can we say
That one is okay.
Do
it's
135, ba?
for Nigerian
Even in my studio,
To make a point on behalf of you, speaking for the
You
youth.
want him to show, so I want you to see, so you will see. If you can,
Payment time for Nigerian Eurobond.
you get that.
Okay.
No, maturity time.
Maturity time.
For Nigerian Eurobond.
Nigerian bond. Okay.
And issue.
Okay. Maturity. What?
4 years.
What is the maturity time for Nigerian Eurobond? No, so I need to type now. Just use voice and do the AI.
Yeah, that's
With maturity time. Okay, they said there's no single answer. Eurobond each has its own time.
Just one keep the card.
Yes, there's 5 years, there's 7 years, there's 10 years, there's 12 years, sometimes 30 years. In Nigeria's case, it's 5 years, 7 years.
I'm even testing the one where this guy sat.
Nigeria is that issue.
So
Okay.
he's working well.
Okay, this one.
We have now ones that are maturing 50, 90 something. All these people who are issuing, would they be there at that time? No. So somebody's going to pay it. And those who are going to pay it, are not even worried about it. And the debt is going to be on all of us. No, not the one of us. We'll be done by then.
We again.
This money we're borrowing,
I'm talking about the next 50 years.
and you're dancing, who's gonna pay it? Are you gonna pay it by dancing?
And the funny part is you're collecting this money. The people that are giving you this money, they sign this contract. They don't just give it to you. There's a collateral.
So people are issuing 30-year bond, 20-year bond, and the people who are supposed to pay this debt, I'm worried about the debt. So
Before.
The truth is that these are the man, somebody be 50.
You know they want
They collect debt of
billions, they go.
I'm not worried about it. So the day, guys, you're still celebrating, creditors will appear. Where's our money? And father is telling us, you know?
But that actually, for me, illustrates why it seems as though Nigerian youths are so detached. We are inheriting an already bad situation.
That's
That's
actually
because we feel as though the country is, because the country wasn't always like this.
look at it is. Look at what I said. There should be the one questioning those things.
Not waiting for it to happen.
But they're the ones who are celebrating it. They should be the ones saying, no, one there, most of them are more educated, more exposed, so they know what is happening in every other part of the world. But choose
To ignore.
to be insanely complacent about it. So you see him, he said he doesn't care who is in charge. He doesn't care about what is happening, you know, or he doesn't give anybody money. So let me go to somebody who gives money. Which one is he giving you? Did he print any money? Was he born with any money? Which one is he giving you? He's just collecting you. He's just ruining your future. There are Jews you're allowing him to, that corruption will take his revenge on you. I went to school. I went to the University of Nigeria in Soka. And I went to J. Allen in Enugu. I bought a first agent for 2,700 naira. Brand new. Paid. Paid it to the university. Everybody knows. AM 700 AC. That car one day in university, nobody knew what happened. The car got missing. I went to
It's smile.
505. That's a brand new 7,500 naira.
Just imagine.
Everybody got it.
Now everything was scattered. Which
Piece of coat here.
see yourself, you know, goodbye.
But I want to on that period. By the time I was in my final year, I played BMW at 12,000 naira.
Child.
All this. Everything was working.
You know they forget anything.
So, and I live in the same society where 2,500 naira, 700 naira cannot buy you croissant. You know, so I went there to have a small croissant bread in a what do you call it, something, there's only a better place. I went there, it was 3,500. I said, I used to buy this, I told you, I used to buy this in one dollar. So I just said, okay, end of.
Okay, so with everything that you've said here and the history you've given, the good times you had in school, in UN and all of that, can we now say that, not to offend you, your generation, maybe not you exactly, destroyed what we should be enjoying now?
How?
Because my father went to IMT, graduated, and the government gave him a 505 project for graduating. Okay, there were other people who enjoyed UNN in your time.
Let me tell you,
1987.
yes, you know, you're not saying something. Yes, you're right. But you're collaborating with the destruction.
How so?
Because you have said, no. And like I said, if you look at what is happening in China, in other countries of the world, Indonesia, Asia, it is youth that are protesting. It is youth that say, no, it cannot happen. We cannot continue this. That is not the life.
Maybe Tinubu come put law now. If they tell you
The highest number.
You carry in law go sit down. You will never stand. You will never stand well.
So are you saying? I mean, you said something just now. So is the youth?
Thank you,
Which
Kathleen.
means we're just complacent of everything.
Oh,
We're
Chim.
just sitting back and taking everything.
Love
Are
the
you
opportunity
in the
to
power?
ensure that the
Not too long.
ranch real
The youth
estate
stood up one
market
day
law.
and said they were tired.
We're just giving the pathway. When there's election, they can get up and vote and insist that their vote must count. Whatever we have, whatever that can make us a great nation, God gave it to us free.
Bombay.
That institution was set up.
for 100%.
About the same time
Not scholar. Tinubu don't buy anything. Amusement park where everybody there enjoy. Tinubu don't go buy it.
Scatter everywhere. Thief.
This morning, I said that the biggest vaccine production facility in the world today is in India. That was set up almost 20 years after Nigerian vaccine facility was set up in Ghana. That's where they produce the vaccines they use to fight smallpox, chickenpox, everything, all that produced in exported to other countries. somewhere along the line, somebody decided, oh, we need to overhaul the machines. Imported food machines. They never installed it, they're still in cases with over 30 years. So that just shut down as a country because it's easier to import. And the use of today don't do and try to, if I call them to a meeting and say let's discuss, they want it to be in a posh restaurant. If I call them and say let's do this, maybe I will show somebody an example I'm going to because I'm going to give it to you to read. I was traveling with a young man, a young fellow in the assembly. We arrived at a particular airport, and I said to him, oh, we're going to go into the lounge, the business class lounge, out of the business class. And there was a fantastic restaurant outside, and not in the lounge, outside. It's fantastic food. And I said, oh, this will have nice food. Fantastic. So let's go and sit down and eat food. And I said, it's going to cost us. It's actually said $100, €100 the person eats whatever you like. And I said, well, the land food is free, so how are we going to eat this one? He said, no, the food in the land is not okay. And I said, well, it's free. So I said, let me tell you, that $100 or €100, if you take it to your village, it will change you. That is it. He just wants to support himself. He said, I said, no. I said, I'm not a monetized baby, so I know people in your village who need that money. So after the argument, what happened? He followed me to the land. I'm going to show, I don't want you to call me, but I want you to see. I want you to see. So, reluctantly, he agreed with me, followed me to the lounge, and we had very good engineer. And he took the police. So, it will say, eventually, he's now, I said, $100. You wouldn't believe what it
How to number what?
So,
And for you to transfer the schools to the missionary, you just needed 10 people that believed in you. That was the state. Do you think it will be easier being a president? It will be worse. I mean,
what I'm saying is, if you're determined to do the right thing, just know that you're going to come with consequences. People are not going to like you. As governor, I can tell you, people don't like me. Even to today, the elites don't like me. They don't believe in what I'm doing. So when I was they didn't like me. They didn't want to see me.
Sorry, sir, please, when you say the A-list,